back. So if we have some left still, and they're just so colorful. I just love them. So, and we actually know where these chickens are. So we can go talk to them. And we also, well, they are in the Tri-Cities, and actually we know what each kind of egg is, what kind of chicken they came from. So if you really want to know, you can look. Fun stuff. T-shirts, more T-shirts. I've stopped listening, so why are you still talking? People said, follow your dreams, so I went back to bed. Oops, did I roll my eyes out loud? I could be a morning person if morning happened at noon. I consider on time to be when I get there. And judging is my cardio. All right. We do have a couple patron saints by the name of George Carlin and John Lennon. I dare you, if I read one of each, which one you would know who's who. Probably so. Okay, living is easy with eyes closed. Misunderstanding all you see. How did you know that? I love and treasure individuals as I meet them. I loathe and despise the groups they identify with and belong to. And I'll have you know that I do not read everything that George says. I really don't. At least not out loud. Well, I have to preview it. There is a great difference between still believing something and believing it again. And madness is to think of too many things in succession too fast, or of one thing too exclusively. Ta-da. Robin Williams, Tom Cruise, Gene Hackman, and Dr. Seuss were all voted least likely to succeed by their classmates. So there's still hope for us all. Things that make you go, this wasn't one of them. But it does make you wonder where things come from. Success of early ranchers in the American Southwest grew out of using a special kind of cattle and a particular type of man. It would be hard to say which of the two was tougher and meaner. Steers were raw-boned and vicious. Cowboys went out of their way to find thrills and danger. Given such a combination, it was inevitable that men should challenge animals. Bulldogging, or barehanded wrestling with a running steer, became a standard sport of the range country. This operation is not for the timid and hesitant. There's only one way to begin, and that is by grabbing an animal's horns and trying to throw him. Consequently, popular speech insists that it is necessary to take the bull by the horns to start any action in which halfway measures cannot be employed. So there. Some of you know a little bit about my background, but I used to ride broncs. And then the family, they said, gosh, Phil, you're just so good at it. You really should ride bulls. And I remember so distinctly turning to them and say, you know what? I may be small, but I'm not stupid.
I like that voice from the wilderness.
Yeah, the voice out there somewhere. How is it that when you put a man on the moon, before we figured out it would be a good idea to put wheels on luggage? Why do people pay to go up tall buildings and then put money in binoculars to look at things on the ground? It's true. Did you ever stop and wonder, who was the first person? No, I'm not going to do that one. Why do toasters always have a setting so high that could burn the toast to a horrible crisp, which is no decent human being would ever eat? I mean, true, like, why do they do that? I don't get it. And this one, this is an older one, so this is not true anymore necessarily, but why is there a light in the fridge and not the freezer? I mean, there never used to be. Never used to be. This is the one I was going to say, so if you want. See, I can tell by the way he laughs that, yeah, you did good by not doing it. Yes, dear. Hey, Jan, you want to talk about the calendar? Okay.
Thank you. A couple of things going on that would be of interest to you, perhaps. Where to start? I want to start with the Quickening, which is May 7th. Here it's an ARE workshop. There's flyers in the back, and it'll tell you how to sign up for that. We've got a link on the website if you are interested in that. This Greg Unterberger has been here before. He's really, really good, and the title of his workshop is The Quickening, Leaping Ahead on Your Spiritual Journey. On Being an Empath is May 15th. That's Carmen Katie is presenting that one. There's $15 suggested donation, and it's on Being an Empath, What They Haven't Told You. So that should be pretty interesting as well. This Saturday, I'm doing a class called Path of the Sacred from 10 to 3. We women tend to get in a place that's not positive and loving because we get overworked and overwrought. And so reclaiming our sacred self is really important. So that workshop is this weekend. And lunch is provided, and that leads me to
Mallory. Okay, so I've come up with a sign-up sheet for this, for the food. We are going to be putting together the food for this for Janice. We have no clue really how many people are going to be here because it is a kind of an open thing. We don't have a sign-up sheet for it. So in order to organize the food and to find out who can bring what, I've got the sign-up sheet. We need main dishes, salads, and desserts. So anything else in between that you guys might want to think about. So I'm going to start that around. So if you're planning on attending and you are able to bring some food, please help us out. Also, it's time to send the communion calendar around again. We're almost into May, another week. What you want to do is, if you want to sign up to put together the communion that we share every week, and this includes putting it together and cleanup. A lot of people kind of forget about the cleanup, and then it's left up to one person to do it every week. So if you could please remember, when you do the communion, it is included to do the cleanup. And just if you could, on the Sunday's dates, write your name, telephone number, so we can contact you and give you a little reminder. And I'll send that around as well. And if May fills up, by all means, go into the next month if you can, so we can fill them up quick. And I'll start that around this way. Thank you. Yes. There are. They're right on the wall. Yep. And see me, Joe, Lori. We can help you with that if it's your first time. And so there's people here to help. Yes. Thank you.
Now, let's just say every once in a while we get somebody that does it and they've never done it before, and you look and they go, oh, somebody new. But we do love them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, I did that one. Okay, there it is. I knew I had another one. Little kids. Love is when my mommy makes coffee for my daddy and she takes a sip before giving it to him to make sure the taste is okay. I did that one. There we go, that's why. I have stickies to show me where in the heck I am, because otherwise, I don't know. Oh yeah. My mommy loves me more than anybody. You don't see anyone else kissing me to sleep at night. And Elaine, age 5. Love is when mommy gives daddy the best piece of chicken. Okay. His request. Approved. The CNN News photographer quickly used a cell phone to call a local airport to charter a flight. He was told a twin-engine plane would be waiting for him at the airport. Arriving at the airport, he spotted a plane warming up outside a hangar. He jumped in with his bag, slammed the door, said, and shouted, "Let's go!" The pilot taxied out, swung the plane into the wind, and took off. Once in the air, the photographer instructed the pilot, "Fly over the valley and make low passes so I can take pictures of the fires on the hillsides." "Why?" asked the pilot. "Because I'm a photographer for CNN. He responded, "and I need to get some close-up shots." The pilot was strangely silent for a moment. Finally, he stammered, So, what you're telling me is you're not my flight instructor. Oops. Yeah, I know. Yeah, oops. Hey, you know what? I'm not going to do a song from the pull down or anything because we're going to do a new song. We have no words right now, so you get to just listen and see if you like the song.
Okay.
I'm not sure I care if you do or not, but it's a cool song.
What's the song?
I knew 10 minutes ago. I'll tell you in a second before I play it. It's a relatively kind of nice. Yeah, we may have to add that. Jordan Smith, young guy. I think he's a tenor. Not positive, but you're wondering why we're not giving you the microphone, huh? Okay. Janice and I were having a conversation some time ago, and actually what happened is we were talking about Christopher. I know that's hard to believe
Good
sometimes.
mouthing you behind her back.
Yeah, it was good stuff. It was good stuff. So, and Jan remarked that, you had frequently worn a scarf. And she goes, well, I wonder, he wears that scarf, and it's
Maybe
nice
he's
looking,
cold.
and maybe he's cold. And so we just started talking about it a little bit. And then she asked me, she goes,
Isn't there garments? Aren't there garments that Catholic guys wear when they're doing their thing in front of the room?
and I said, well, yeah, priests
I'm
do.
not Catholic.
Yeah.
I'm Catholic, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm not Catholic.
simply because I'm former Catholic, recovering. So we started talking about it, and we go, yeah, well, they have this stole, and we go, well, I wonder if, a stole could be made for Christopher from the Divine Fellowship. So we started talking about it, and we, of course, incorporated other people's help because we are incapable of producing anything like this.
Well, and Chris Powell, who does the amazing quilts for us for our expo, we chatted with her a bit, and oh my goodness, this woman is talented. So she helped design, create,
Throw away.
produce.
And after it was done,
It's
throw
not
away.
perfect enough,
Nope, you gotta do it
so she had to
again.
do it again. But we have a... And then Tracy created a box for the stole to be protected in.
It's got Christopher's initials here and
and a dragon
his
on
dragon
the front.
on the top.
So you want to see it?
Mr. Christopher, or Father Christopher, whatever you want.
Oh my gosh.
We'd like to present you with stole to honor you for all you do for us.
Well, that wasn't scheduled.
Well, it's got a dragon here. And
And that's the back.
They're right. The reason why I always wear a scarf is because I am used to wearing a stole when I do stuff.
Pretty cool.
So Chris didn't know what size to make or how it was supposed to fit. So she borrowed her son.
Who was taller than me, so I said, no, that's
So-
about right.
So we think that's about what it might want to be.
Fine. It's perfect. As a matter of fact, this Christmas when I do Mass, I will be wearing it.
And you're whatever works for you.
Cool. Okay, fine. Now you get
All
the
right, give me the
microphone.
microphone. Come to church and you end up crying. And now I can't even do this, so I'm going to get help. All right? Give me a hand.
I think I can.
Yeah, I know
I
you
don't
can.
know.
Up higher. There you go.
There, I got it.
All right, thank you.
Well, again, not sure it was really possible, but speechless? Is that?
I was real close to speechless. The only time I think I became speechless is Danette sitting down there. She pulled one on me at an organization that I belong at, and it was an award that I had receiving, but I didn't know I was the recipient. And I'm sitting at a table with a bunch of people, and she's reading all of these accolades about this person, and then all of a sudden it hits me. She's halfway through it, and I realize she's talking about me. So yeah, I got up there, and I was really very close to speechless. Namaste. Bless you. Thank you. Oh, and you know, I didn't wear a scarf this morning. Go figure. And you're right, I really do that because I'm comfortable with that around my neck when I'm doing this. So it's pretty amazing and very insightful of you, which I'm not surprised at all. So I'm going to start like Phil starts. I have a joke for you. The devil in hell and God in heaven own a lot of property. The devil owns all of hell. And God, he owns all of heaven. And there's a fence between the two. So one night, the devil decided to have this great big barbecue. It's a party. They got music going on, and it's just really hilarious. They got a little out of hand. The fence got broke down. The next morning, God calls up the devil and he says, Satan, fence is down. Yeah, I know, God, I know. You going to fix it? Yeah, we'll fix it. A week later, the fence has been repaired, except the devil moved hell 2 feet into heaven. God calls up Satan again and says, Satan, yeah, fence is in the wrong place. Yeah, I know. Well, you got to move it. No, I don't. Well, you better. Well, what are you going to do about it? God says, well, I'll sue you. And Satan goes, good luck finding a lawyer. I hope there's no lawyers out there. They're really not bad people. Just some of them. Yeah, they are fun to pick on. So, you know, as usual, I just kind of throw everything to the wind and I come down here and I start speaking. And what worry is, what, W-O-R-R-Y? Is that correct spelling? I have to always check because I'm dyslexic. So let's talk about worry, because I think we all do that. We all worry. So let's make worry into like an acronym. And let's take the W. Sometimes we say to ourselves, what? What's going on? What's happening? And then here's another W. Why can't I get this straight? Or here's another W. When will I finally get enlightenment? I've been meditating for 5 minutes. It should be happening. Oh, let's see. Let's go with the O. Other people just don't get it right. I don't know what's wrong with other people, but it's always them. It's never me. It's always the other people. Oh, and there's the R. Oh, 2 R's. A real reality check. Oh, sure, spiritualism is really cool, but look, I got to make a living. I got bills to pay. I got to put gas in my car. Like, get a life. I mean, yeah, we got to do this. Let's be real. Right? And then, of course, there's the Y, which is you. You did this to me. You did that to me. Oh, it's you. But you is also you. Did I say that right? Yeah. You is also you. Yeah. My point is, You can take the word worry and take all of the letters and worry and come up with all kinds of things that throw you off center. All kinds of things. Really, I mean, and we do it a lot. So what I'd like to say to you this morning is, you already have what you're looking for. You're it. You're already there. We tend to mask it with all of the stuff that comes with worry. We mask it. There are times, though, when you glimpse it within yourself. Maybe it's when you're sitting by a river. Well, for some of you, it needs to be a beach. Okay. For others, you might be in the forest. You might just be out in your backyard watching your children. But you will get these glimpses of something that is magnificent, something that you cannot put into words, something that is so beautiful that when it touches your life, when it touches you, when you realize it's emanating from you, no one else, it's coming from you. When you get to that space, and we've all been in that space periodically over our years, when that happens, it is blissful. And sometimes it's very fleeting. It disappears really quickly. But it does not mean it's gone. Because it never leaves you. It is always, always, always there. All you need to do is tap into it. Now, a lot of us like to use our brains because our minds are supposedly really sharp. Try to get your brain to train itself. So you're trying to get your brain to train your brain to be a certain way. Right? And if your brain doesn't want to do that, which is really influenced a lot by the ego, it won't. So tap into your heart. If you tap into your heart, those fleeting moments when they happen, you really appreciate them, they really blossom, they really bloom, and they become more frequent in your life. And they become more and more frequent in your life. And it's about being completely in the moment, about being here right now. As you breathe in and you breathe out, you're in the moment, you're alive. You are miracles. You're beautiful, wonderful beings of light. And we forget it. We should never ever forget that because it's so, so precious. You can't disappear. Right on. You really can't. You just blossom into this wonderful thing. And every time you get these little moments of inspiration, these little moments of clarity, each time you get it, it will grow a little bit more and a little bit more until you just blossom like this beautiful, beautiful fruit tree, and all of this wonderful fruit is hanging there. But like the fruit tree, it does take some time. Okay? You can't plant your tree, walk up to it and say, okay, I want fruit now. And the tree goes, yeah, okay, right. Wait. It has to mature. And if you go by the Hermetic principle, as it is above, so shall it be below, everything goes through a maturity. You know, why are we here going through all of this stuff? We're evolving and learning all the ins and outs of the cosmos because we're going to be these wonderful, we already are, these wonderful, beautiful beings, and as we grow, we get bigger and bigger. And wow, you know how vast the cosmos truly is? I mean, really? We talk about light years, you know, the closest star being, I don't know how many light years away. And they think that the speed of light is the fastest way to travel. No, it's not. If we think about the center of the Milky Way, there's supposed to be a black hole there, We're there. Thoughts faster than speed of light, just for an example. So what I'm really getting at is that we allow daily stuff, our daily worries. We're going to be late. I don't have enough. I wish I had. Can't I do this? All of those types of things. Put them to rest and be still. Just be still in who you are. And probably when you're most frustrated and most worried, that is the most important time to stop, take a deep breath, and say to yourself, I am a spiritual person having a human experience. And then move on. Don't let it throw you off center. In other words, what I'm saying is acknowledge it, whatever the problem might be. Acknowledge it. Say, I know this is here, but this is what I'm doing. And you keep going. You don't pretend that it's not there. Okay. You can't pretend that you don't have to pay your bills. You have to pay your bills. I wish I didn't, but I do. I can't pretend when I'm upset about something that I'm not upset. I embrace it, I recognize it, I let it go. And I guess the reason why I'm talking to you about this is because just this past week, I had an episode that I went through where I was really not happy with something that had happened. You know how long I held on to it? About 5 minutes. About 5 minutes. And then I let it go. It was a real incident. There was a real issue. But I realized in the big scheme of everything, in the scheme of my evolving and growing and being as spiritual as I possibly can be as a light, because I know if I'm healthy, I can help other people. I can't if I'm not healthy. If I'm beating myself up, I can't help anybody. But if I'm on center, I'm feeling good, I know there's light. I don't have to know it. It's just there. It's just comes out of you. Then you can help people. But you've got to be okay with who you are in your own skin, regardless of what happens to you, regardless of what people say to you, regardless of what people do to you. It's very important to realize how beautiful you are as an individual and how important you are to everyone else that's around you. Your family, your friends, your relationships, your co-workers, yes, even your boss. Everyone's in your life on purpose. They're in your life on purpose. The person that gives you the biggest headache is probably your biggest teacher. All right? And when you start to take those headache things, those people that just, they rub me so wrong, and you start to smooth out that stuff like sandpaper, you keep rubbing and rubbing until it gets smooth, and it gets really nice and easy, and it's not a problem to deal with that person anymore. You've learned the lesson. You've learned the lesson, and you can move to the next one, because there's another one. I like to say, yeah, there's only one lesson. Nah, it's not true. There's a lot. There's a lot. It's going to take us a lot of lifetimes to get it all together, but we will. We will. There is no reason why every single one of you in here cannot, in a moment, because you only can live in a moment anyway, realize all of your potential. Realize all of the light that you really have. You know, I stand up here and I look out at you and I look into your eyes, and it's like all of these wonderful little beams of light coming at me and all of this love that's coming. You don't know how beautiful you truly are. You don't know how beautiful you truly are. So I need one volunteer. You don't know, do you? Now, this is Valerie. I love Valerie. Look out there. What do you see? Tell me what you see. Tell me what you feel.
Like you said, just beautiful beams of light.
Look at the smiles on all
Yeah.
the faces. Every one of them has got a smile, a big smile.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what I want you to do is go out there and pick somebody that's either new or somebody you don't know very well and have them come up here.
Okay.
All right? Yeah. You can sit down now. Come on up. What's your name?
Ray.
Ray, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. He's good. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. What do you see when you look out there?
A lot of nice, happy people.
Yeah. You're one of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're one of those. You're one of those happy people. If I was to ask you, what brings you joy, what would you tell me?
Seeing other people happy that's around me.
Awesome. Let's give Ray a hand. You can sit down if you want, Ray. You know, it's interesting. It doesn't matter who you talk to when you get down to really what makes us happy and what makes us feel good. It's giving. It always boils down to giving of yourself to other people. And I don't know how to put that in words, but I know it's a truism. I know when I give my time, when I give my love, when I give my energy to things, it feels really good inside. It feels really, really good. When I can make other people happy by doing something, it changes my world. It changes my world. It's funny, I just like to keep doing and not worry about money and those kinds of things, and it just keeps coming. Like, I really don't need it, God, but okay. It just keeps coming. The more you do for others, you're really doing for yourself. Okay? And it's really hard sometimes to get the mind around the fact that we are one, okay? But the heart gets it. The heart gets it. We really are one. So when you help another person, when you make another person smile or happy, you're making yourself happy and smiling on the inside. Because we really are all one. There's no separation. The people that are in your family, they've been with you before. Mothers and dads, your children, they used to be your moms and dads. Yeah. Switcheroo, bait and switch. So, how we treat others, it comes back. It really does. It comes back. And you might not see it this time around. I'll guarantee you this, you will see it. It's part of the evolving process. It's part of the evolving process. Everything is alive and has consciousness and awareness. Everything does. I had a Satori experience years ago. Never have let go of that. It had changed my life. It changed my life and my understanding of life, what we call God, because it's really the Alpha, the Omega. There's no words that we have that can properly describe the unmanifest. There's no words for that. It's something you have to feel and hear with your heart. Your mind can't get it. Your mind cannot put itself around that. Your heart, though, can feel it. You know, I'm going to say this a third time, you know in your heart that you are part of something much greater. You know that. You know it. You know you're part of something that's much greater than what we look out and see. Because you are. You truly are. Don't ever let that slip away from you. Sure, you're going to have times when you worry. Just think of it as an acronym. All right? And there's going to be times where you're going to be walking through stuff that you're going to say, I can't handle this. This is too much. And you're going to say, lift this burden off of me. It's too much for me. But you know what? You'll be able to get through it. You'll get on the other side of it. You know what I do when I go to the dentist's office? I look at my watch and I says, okay, the appointment's at 2. I'm out of here by about 2:30. And then I just... 2:30 comes, I'm generally going back out to my car and feeling really good. I have to do that with a lot of things. I just put myself on the other side of it. I put myself in a different moment, if you will. I don't like to let stuff get me down. I prefer to be happy. I choose to be happy. I choose to be a loving human being. I choose to be a representative of light. It is a choice. We all have that choice. You can choose otherwise, but I'll tell you a little secret. I don't care how far down into the rabbit hole you go, you will eventually come out, back into the light, and you will grow despite yourself. Can't get away from it. Sorry, it's not in the plan. You want to make God laugh? Tell him your plan. All right? Tell him your plan. So it's, bottom line, we're going to go through bumps in the road. It's part of the growth. All right? It's part of the growth. And once again, as it is above, so shall it be below. Children, when they're going through their growth spurt, they say their bones hurt. How many times have I heard a child say that? My bones hurt, Dad, my bones hurt, Mom. They're growing, all right? So with growth, there is a little bit of pain with that. It's associated with it. It's good pain, it's not bad. It means you're growing. If you're dealing with a lot of stuff, it might be some karma you're burning off. But what it does mean is you're growing. And the easier you handle it, the more you'll grow. And sooner or later, that fruit tree, it was going, yeah, I can't give you fruit now, I'm not ready. It will bloom and it will bear fruit. Okay? Yeah. That's what it will do. Because you are meant to be what you are. And what you are beings of light. You're nothing else but. Okay? We good with that? Yes. All right. Namaste.
Huh?
See, I told you.
Wow, I did it again.
And I just
And
follow.
you just did it. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody's paying attention.
Maybe
You
are
must be
more blessed.
thirsty. Yeah, if it was real wine, now we know
No, I
what.
wouldn't
No.
make that mistake.
Communion is a physical, symbolic process that we do that helps us connect and recognize that spiritual connection through a physical activity. So would you join us in prayer, please? Loving Spirit of Light, we are so grateful for every moment that comes our way. Sometimes we don't handle those moments very well. We ask that you walk with us in those moments and help us to feel your presence and help us to know that we are loved. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. Blessings. We have unleavened bread if you like the tradition of that. Animal crackers if you want to honor a Native American pathway. And there's rice cakes if you're wheat intolerant. So whatever works for you works for us. Now,
They'll forgive us. We're just new at this.
join us in prayer again, please. Loving Spirit of light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life, all of it. Help us to find love and joy in all of it. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. I'm going to be very careful.
Need to turn that up. Yeah. Oh, are you volunteering? Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you. I don't have to pick. My picker was almost ready though. No comment. I don't know where that came from. I do not know where that came from.
Fourth grade.
Welcome to the Divine Fellowship. Being the treasurer of the church has been a wonderful experience because, it has its ups and downs of how much we get every week. But I know that every week that we give and that people give, that it's all done in love. And we're able to do things that we weren't able to do in the past because everybody has been so giving. So with that said, give what you can. If not, bless the offering as it's going around, and have a wonderful, wonderful week.
Thank you. Thanks. Before you go away, Mr. Phil, would you come here? I don't know if you want to say anything or not.
I don't know.
But I want to talk to you a little bit about this guy. He has a birthday in a couple of days. So Phil had an opportunity to go to a car show today, a VW car show, and his choice was he couldn't go because where else would he be, but he wanted to be here to help with giving the gift to Christopher. So Phil is all about integrity. Phil is all about love. The Divine Fellowship would not exist if it weren't for Phil. So who would lead us in happy birthday to Mr. Phil? Bring it.
Like Lawrence Welk, right?
Yeah.
The one and the two and a happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Phil. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
I'm waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
Have a good time. Happy birthday to you.
So right after services, we have cake.
Oh, is that what that's for?
That cake is for your birthday.
I saw it out there and I go, what's in there? And I had to lift it up and I go, what's the cake for? We have to find out.
And no one would tell him.
No one would tell me.
And the really special news is Nicole baked you a gluten-free cake too. How cool is that? Anything you want to say, Mr. Phil? Any words of...
Well, I guess I'm speechless now.
Woo! We did it, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Phil. Most of the time. So let's have a guided meditation, shall we?